Today I'm going to show you how to make a butterfly hair clip. So for today's project, you're going to need a hot glue gun, a lighter, a pair of scissors, an alligator clip. It can be double prong or single prong. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're going to need ribbon, preferably no larger than 3/8 of an inch. I've chosen 3 colors for my butterfly. The black is for the antennas that I'll show you how to make. You're also going to need a piece of corker ribbon. If you need to know how to make corker ribbon, check out our tutorial on corker ribbon bow. You're also going to need a needle and some thread. The first layer you're going to make, you want to cut it 14.5 inches long. For your second layer of your butterfly, you're going to cut it 12.5 inches long. And the third layer of the butterfly is optional. I'm choosing to add a third layer using 1/8 of an inch ribbon. And for this layer, you're going to cut it 10.5 inches long. Now that I've got my pieces cut for the butterfly wings, you want to turn it over so that the wrong side is up. And you're going to make a measurement that's 1/4 of an inch in, like that. And from my first mark, you want to mark 3 inches over. So you have one section that's 3 inches. The next part you want to also do 3 inches. So now you're going to have 2 sections that are 3 inches long. Now on the third section, you're going to mark it 4 inches. On your last section, you should have 4 inches and then a little bit left over. Once you have all your sections marked, you're going to take your needle and your thread. Starting with the small sections that are 3 inches long, what you want to do is you want to take this piece and wrap it around underneath to match it with that mark, and just line your thread up or your ribbon so that it meets the bottom. You're going to take your needle and thread and just put a few stitches in it to hold it in place. Then your next 2-inch section, you want to match this line up with this line. So you're going to twist it around, and this one's going to come on top. And again, you want to just put a few stitches in it to hold it in place. So now this is what it looks like. Third section of your ribbon, you're going to twist it around on top. Again, you want to match up your mark with the mark below it. Put a few stitches in it to hold it together. Now on your last section, you're going to have a mark at the end. You want to wrap this one and put it underneath. And then you just want to put a few stitches in it to hold it in place. And put some knots in it. Your first layer of your butterfly wings are done. Again, you want to make your first mark 1/4 of an inch in. Your first section you want to mark at 2.5 inches. You're going to do the same thing for your second section. Your third section you want to mark 3.5 inches. And then your last section is also going to be 3.5 inches with a little left over at the end. You're going to repeat the exact same steps you did with the first layer of your butterfly wings. Now on the last layer, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to mark in 1/4 of an inch. And then your first section is going to be 2 inches long. Your second section is going to be 2 inches. Your third section is going to be 3 inches. And your last section is going to be 3 inches with a little left over at the end. You're going to repeat the same thing we did with the first and second layers. Alright, so once you have all 3 pieces put together, you can glue them. All you need to do is just put some glue right there and just glue the layers together. So there you have your wings for your butterfly. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the antennas for your butterfly. So using black ribbon or any color that you choose. You only need 1 piece, cut it 2 inches in length. Now it might be tricky to see on camera, but on the edge of your grass green ribbon, there's this edge that's stitched along the entire edge of the ribbon. You're going to just cut that part of the ribbon off. So then you have just these 2 small pieces of ribbon. You want to make sure that you heat seal them just like we do with the rest of it, and you want to be really quick and fast. Okay, now to make the antenna curly, you're going to hold the flame up against it and it will curl on its own. It does take practice, so be patient, and if you ruin it, it's okay, just start over. But you really just want to barely hold it there just to give it enough curl. And you're going to do that with both pieces. So there you have your antennas. They're not identical, but that's okay. You're going to put some glue in the middle of your butterfly to hold the antennas in place. And then I have a 2-inch piece of Corker ribbon that I'm going to use for the body of my butterfly. I'm going to just glue that on top of the wings and on top of the antennas. Now that your butterfly is done, you're going to take your alligator clip and you're going to cover it with ribbon. For instructions on how to cover your hair clip, click on the link below on decorating a hair clip. Okay, now that I've covered my clip with ribbon, I'm going to glue the butterfly to it. And that's it. You're all done.